Hi, in this tutorial I'll talk about how to create content fragment and how you can use that content fragment over pages using a content fragment component. So let's straight away go to the demo. I'll keep explaining the concept while demo. Content fragments are stored under asset folder or DAM. So go to assets, files and your project specific folder. So let me create a folder to hold all your content fragments. I created a folder, content fragments, so I'll keep all the content fragments under this folder. So let's go to this folder and create a content fragment. So if you see, when I'm trying to create content fragment, my model is not available. Then what might be the reason? So a model is not allowed here. So to fix this, go to your folder and check the properties. You will find a cloud service. Inside the cloud service, allow your models or allow your config folder to create content fragment here. Choose your conf folder, AM Geeks, save. Now let's go inside, and if you see create content fragment, you see our model, but you straight away you should not create content fragment inside this folder. You should create a language folder first, means language code folder first, and inside that you have to create your content fragments. Why you have to create that? So I'll explain that in coming tutorials, because that is useful for your translations. So let me create a folder. Let me create a folder EN. EN is the code for English, and create. Now inside this folder you have to create your content fragments. Let me create author details, once you open you will find all the fields what we added in content fragment model. Now using these fields you can add content or the data to this content fragment. This is a multi-field and we added, so you can add more than one field in books. Add any random date and position. This is a drop down, right? You remember what the field we added. Let's say author, checkbox is author, and now add some description over here. Just save it. So as you save it, the content fragment has been created now. Now let's understand how you can use this content fragment over pages. So to use this content fragment, you have to use a content fragment component. That component is available with the core components. You can create your own component as well, but let me explain with core components. So where that component is, go to apps, core, and this component, content fragment, and the v1. This is the component, okay? But you should not use this component directly in your project. The best practice is you have to create a proxy component in your components, in your project components. So let me create a component. Let's copy this path. Go to your folder, component, and let's create a component. So I added details. The only important part is the super type. Super type should be the path of your core component, but it should not start from apps. It should be start from core, right? You remember this is the way we create component. And next, create. Okay, the component has been created now. If you see this component, this super type is core component. So why we are creating this proxy component? Okay, so suppose in upcoming versions the core component has been updated, so that if you create the copy of that component you have to update your code as well. But in case of proxy component, all the updated functionality will be available to your component. Okay, so we are not keeping any file here. So let's remove the default file as well, default JSP. Okay, remove. Now this component should be available in our components. Okay, let's go to the page. Add this component to your page. It should be Geeks content fragment. As soon as component add, let's edit this component. You will see number of the options here. First you have to choose content fragment, what we created. Go to your project content fragments, en, and this author detail. This was the content fragment added. Now you will see a number of options. Display mode is single line text, single line element, and multiple elements. First, let me save this. So as soon as you save, you will see all the data, all the content you added. Go. Now what is the difference between single text? So if you choose the single text element, now you have to choose this elements, which element you want to display. Now it will display only one element, okay, whatever you choose. So let me choose the author name. If you save it, you will be see only the author name, what you choose. If you choose some other content, means other element, that element will be visible. Let's say profession. See, author is a profession. Okay, now with multiple elements, by default all the fields will be visible or display, but there is an option you can choose which field you want to display. Okay, there is a multi-field, you can choose. Suppose I am choosing author name and author books. So in that case, only two fields content will be visible to your page. Save it. It's okay, two fields author name and books are visible now. There is a number of the variations as well. You can choose a different variation. Right now we have only master variation, so that's why we are able to see only the option of master. Once you create the different variation, those variation will be available here. This is outer box component. You can create your own component as per your need as well. So let me create one variation there and change some content, and let's see. Okay, come back to content fragment, choose and edit. In left hand side you will find a button as well, create variation. So create a variation, give the name to your variation. Let's say author 1. Okay, add. Now in that author 1 you will see there is a copy created for the same content. You can update your content of the variation component. Let me update this author 1 book. Let me add one more book here, and let me change the date. It's a now it's a professor, or it's a both. Okay, just save it. Right now go to the page again, edit component and choose a different variation. Now you see the author 1 variation is available. If you use this variation, save it, if you see the updated content has been available, John Rowling author 1 and book has been added there. So that way you can create any number of the variation and you can use those variation as per your need or any channel specific. You can add ID as well. This is the HTML attribute ID, so that sometime if you want to apply some CSS over here, you can utilize this ID. You will be seeing some option to your variation in rename, delete, but for all your variation. But for the master, you won't see these options, right? To delete or rename. The first will be the master. Okay, you can add the comment as well for a particular variation. Let's click on this annotation and author has added. So you will be seeing here now added by the administrator, because I am logged in with administrator. I hope you understood this content fragment, how to create and use. If you have any question, please do comment. Thank you very much.